pushing back on the federal government, possibly reopening the Atlantic Ocean to offshore drilling. The South Carolina Environmental Law Project says the move would not just damage our ecosystem. Attorneys claim it's illegal. Claire Weber spoke with lawyers and an Isle of Palms resident about the issue.
I grew up going to the beach often.
Born and raised on Isle of Palms, Belvin Olasov is no stranger to the South Carolina coast.
I think it's one of the most sacred things we have in the Lowcountry.
A reconsideration of offshore drilling along the southern Atlantic coast would reverse a 10-year ban set by President Donald Trump in 2020.
A huge change in any kind of status quo.
Attorneys with the South Carolina Environmental Law Project say this would bring oil drilling to an area that hasn't seen it since 1983.
Drill, baby, drill.
They also claim it's against the law.
Once a president permanently withdraws ocean areas from oil and gas leasing, those protections cannot simply be reversed by the wave of a pen.
On top of the legality, Poole says the impacts of offshore drilling would be felt closer to home than the name suggests.
There would be a huge presence of infrastructure that would be coming in to support any kind of offshore drilling, so it wouldn't be just offshore, it would also be on land.
State leaders say drilling and seismic testing threaten South Carolina's nearly $24 billion tourism industry. Many argue it also puts marine life at risk.
And I know people here care about seafood, care about the fisheries. That's another big part of Charleston life. I love seafood more than anything else. And those webs of life can really be disrupted.
While this is just a first step from the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, Olasov feels South Carolinians' voices are being ignored.
I think that the people of South Carolina have spoken really clearly that they don't want offshore drilling, and so imposing it on us feels really unfair.
Claire Weber, News 4.